Page 18, follow the leader. You'll notice when you see the music on these pages, the notes are starting to get jumbled up more and they're all mixed up, going every which direction. Yeah, it's going to happen. So it's really important that you know the names of these notes in the music instantly. You don't have time to figure them out. You just need to memorize them. So keep working on that. Keep drilling yourself. As far as the finger drill and all that, you can have fun with that. I don't like drills, so I don't do them. So let's talk about this follow the leader thingy. It's 2 lines long, 4/4 time. We don't have any sharps or flats in the key signature, so we're going to use all the white keys. And I assume you know what 4/4 time is. I don't have to keep explaining it. If not, probably need to go back to book 1 and go through it again, because that time signature should be pretty automatic. I mean, 4/4 is the most common time signature there is anyway. You're going to see it a lot. Let's take it one hand at a time, make sure we get the right notes and so forth, the fingering. In the right hand, you're starting here. One of your new notes puts you in this position. And they're all quarter notes, so it's not hard to count out. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go through and make sure you can play the right hand okay. Then do the left hand. You're starting thumb on middle C here. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sort of what the right hand was playing. And that's probably where the follow the leader came from. Put the hands together here. See, these play together. And then these play together. And here. And then the last here and then here. Make sure you do that. That's probably the hardest part of the piece, so make sure you can get that without hesitating. You can go slow, but no hesitations. It has to be a steady beat. Now, I would also challenge you a little more, is play this piece and most of the pieces in the book without looking at the keyboard. The reason is you need to develop a feel for the keyboard. And you do that by learning to feel the way around the keyboard. It's not hard when you're not moving around, you're in one spot, but still try and play this without looking at the keyboard. Just keep your eyes on the music. You have to learn to remember which hand, which finger's on which note. And that's something we have to develop over time. It comes, it really does. Now, I haven't been talking much about the symbols, because it's important you understand everything you see on the page, on the written page, everything. Because we're talking about other things so much, I haven't had really time to talk about the symbols. Let's just cover briefly. You know the 5 lines is called a staff. You know the weird looking signs at the beginning of each staff. It's called a clef. You have a treble clef and a bass clef. You know those numbers that there is called a time signature. You know the vertical lines are called measure lines or bar lines. And the space in between them is called a measure or a bar, either one. Well, at the end of the second line, you see at the very end of the piece, there's a thin and thick bar line. That's a musical symbol. And it means it's the end of the piece. It's the end of the piece symbol. If you're going to write out music by hand, then at the end of your music, you draw in a thin and thick bar line. That tells it's the end. It doesn't always come at the end, because it can come in the middle, because you can get repeats and all kinds of things to send you every which direction, but it's going to end there eventually. Then the curly brace at the beginning of each line, the curly brace, that signifies it as a grand staff, because we play on a grand staff. Doesn't mean it's grand and glorious and all that. It just happens to be the name of it. It's a grand staff. And it's all together in one thing. let's play this together to check your notes and rhythms. Now this is after you've learned it. So I'll give us 4 counts because it's in 4/4 time, and we'll go slow here just to make sure you're playing the same note I'm playing at the same time I'm playing it. 1, 2, ready, go. Two, 3, 4, off.